I always thought it was strange to alienate someone who wants to spend money on your work. I think that that's really weird. That's like an artist saying like, oh, you can't hang, my art in your house. I just think that that's a strange concept. I think you can't really plan for who your customer is going to be or who wants to wear your clothes or who wants to buy your clothes. You never know. I'm sure there's designers out there that are kind of like maybe wishing they had certain customers and not, but you just can't plan for it. So I guess we were just always open to people. I was always had such a diverse group of friends, and growing up, and my family was, all different shapes and sizes. So I just was very used to that. And I think that that was very helpful for me in my process when I think about, making a dress. I think about all the different types of people that can wear it. Definitely like early in my career was really interesting to have all these different types of people reaching out for clothes. I guess just being like a young designer and like learning, I was just excited to have all these different types of people want to wear something. And I guess like the reaction from everyone else was, there was good and bad, which there always is. I remember when we first dressed Christina Hendricks, people were like, oh, you can't put that type of woman in that type of dress. And I always thought that was weird. I'm like, oh, because she's curvy, like that doesn't make sense. But now more than ever, I think what's great is that now we're in a time that we just try to celebrate people, and that is very, very helpful. I think this idea of, celebrating all these different types of people or celebrating beauty or whatever that is, whatever the definition of that is, it's hard for not only the fashion industry, but the world to get on board because they're just not used to it. And I think change is hard for people to understand sometimes. It's so interesting to see how, people are like, oh, you have to support women, you have to support all these different types of women who are curvy or come from a different background. But then sometimes when I'll read comments, people still really judge people based on what they look like. So it's like one side of the world is like, oh, we're trying to celebrate people, and then the other side of the world is still judging them for what they look like. So we're in a bit of a balance right now that it's kind of a contradiction, and that's what we're trying to, I think everyone needs to overcome. It's not just the fashion industry, it's also people at home that are commenting on pictures. So it kind of goes both ways. And I think that that's the balance that at least I'm noticing we're all trying to figure out. And it is changing, but it's definitely gonna take time. I think what's interesting about the whole idea of fashion and how it's changing is it's about mixing and matching and having, something from all walks of life. And I think that's how I grew up. My mom was a teacher and couldn't afford everything, and my sister was a ballet dancer in this fantasy dream world. So I tried to marry the two together, I think. And I do that in every collection. We have Payless shoes on the runway. I do collaborations with mass brands all the time, and I love that. I think what we've kind of found is, again, like this idea of being no rules in fashion is that why can't we dress, an amazing Oscar-winning actress and then also dress someone who, lives in Ohio and, works at Starbucks? Who cares? Like, I don't care what you do. I don't care what's happening in your world. If you want to wear something from our collection, then you should be able to. And I think that has always been my mentality there. And that goes for someone who wants to spend $20 or someone who wants to spend $20,000. I think it's the same thought process there. The biggest commitment is this idea of almost that it's not really a topic anymore. That would be nice. Oh, it's just normal to see curvy girls on the runway. It's normal to see all these different types of cultures and ethnicities. It takes everyone. It takes editors, it takes retailers, it takes consumers, it just takes everyone. And that's the challenge. It's such a big collective voice. It's happening in the music industry, it's happening in this industry, it's happening in a lot of industries. So I think time will tell.